Jen from Artemis Oracle. I don't know, today feels so weird. Today is the full moon in Capricorn, aka Thunder Moon, aka Buck Moon. So I don't know how the energy is feeling for you guys, but it's feeling weird. It feels still, but awkward, quiet, like an awkward silence in a way. So I don't feel like doing a full moon reading. I just want to see what the hell's going on, you know? Like if there's anything that we need to know about. The bottom is fine. But let's see. It's funny because I picked up my deck and the bottom of the deck is obscurity for my love oracle, and it has a full moon on it. So it says secrets, mysteries, concealing. But since there's a full moon, that's indicating that there's something that's going to be revealed. Because, you know, the full moon is illuminated, it's opposite the sun, and it's currently, you know, we're in Cancer season, so opposite Cancer is Capricorn. So maybe you'll be finding out someone's secrets, maybe someone has been concealing something from you, maybe some sort of mystery is going to be solved. Look at the spying card came out. So some of you may find out that you're being spied on, that someone is watching you, that information is spreading about you in some way, because it's that social network information and ways. So someone's finding ways to get information on you, finding ways to watch you. It could be over social network, like any social media platforms. It could even be spy cams, security cams, anything that, like any type of surveillance that you may know exists, but you may also find out something that was hidden. So, fantasy, daydreaming, imagining, fantasize. Okay. You know, sometimes when that fantasy card came out, and considering what I just said about spying, someone could be a voyeur, so they may like to watch people in intimate moments. So, I wonder if something's gonna come out about secret camera, hidden footage. Okay. Pride, arrogance, ego, and stubborn. Beginnings, try again, new direction, start over. You know, the tiger is a predator, and before they pounce on any, you know, their prey, they tend to observe, to watch, study. They wait for the right moment to pounce, make a move. So it says arrogance, ego, stubborn. So maybe somebody is holding back from reaching out to you. Maybe someone's holding back, telling you something about themselves. Maybe they have a secret fantasy and it involves voyeurism in some way. This is so fucking weird. I don't like it. They may like to watch you. It doesn't have to be like sexual. It could just be they like to watch you, and they get their rocks off on that in some way. Oh, this is a different deck. Ooh, ooh. All right. So if someone has been having an affair, it's probably gonna come out. I like, because we saw the obscurity card and the full moon's revelations, revealings. Also a time to purge and release what doesn't serve you, and it could be people, places, and things. Since we are in Capricorn in the negative sense, it has that toxicity, because, you know, you think of the devil card, and I have Capricorn in my chart, so please do not take offense if you're a Capricorn. I have Capricorn and Mars, so I act as if in my Capricorn, like that energy. So it's very focused, disciplined, and, you know, I'm not always disciplined, but, you know, when it comes to work and stuff, I am disciplined. And the shadow aspect has to do with addictions, obsessions. Self-limiting beliefs, patterns, karma, you know. Let's see. The Madness card flip, I'm not taking it because I like my cards to come out. I flipped with other cards. So we got street. I don't know, the word on the street is, that's what came to my mind. See, we're talking about the full moon, and it's about surrendering, it's about releasing, it's about letting go. And it says surrender, open, give up, release. So if there's something that you've been holding back from, maybe you have been watching something. It's something that you've been fantasizing about, something about you've been thinking about doing, you know, if this is outside of another person, you know. And you're letting your ego, your pride get in the way, because when you think of pride, it can also be fear. You can think about that, and that can be a toxic trait. It can have to do with work, something, a project. It could be possibly you want to leave a job, you want to start a new job, you want to pursue a different career path. Maybe you want to do something that has to do with news, maybe social media, circulations there, sports, exhibit. Maybe you want to create an art project. Maybe you have something like that in mind. Maybe you want to create some sort of display, art display, maybe florist, maybe bag designer, shoe designer. Maybe you want to sell bags and shoes, sell flowers, do bouquets, be a florist. Let's see. Can I stop? Oh, maybe some of you want to get into photography. Okay, what I'm getting from this is maybe you have been sitting on the sidelines and you've been watching other people do things that you want to do, and now it's getting to the point that you possibly have imagined, envisioned yourself doing those same things, but now it's getting to the point that you're going to have to set your pride aside and do whatever it is that you want to do. I think that you've spent enough time observing and learning, and now it's time for you to implement some sort of action so that you can start making movement and letting go of your fear, letting go of your pride, letting go of your ego, not limiting yourself, and doing the things that you know work for you, especially when it comes to something that you really care about, that you're passionate about. That's what's coming to my mind. The tarot. Please take any of the messages as they resonate. All the messages are going to resonate with everybody. So please use your own discernment, use your own intuition when it comes to your situation. If anything I said is kind of aligns with something that you've been thinking, or you were concerned with, then I suggest you follow up with it. Especially if it has to do with your safety. Okay. The King of Swords came out in reverse. So some of you may have been dealing with someone who was dishonest, who hasn't really been truthful to you about anything. They may have been telling you lies, telling you things that they thought you wanted to hear. Some of you may have been dealing with someone who has been oppressive. And then like, if we think about the current administration, we are, our current, whoever's running the United States government right now, the executive person, they're an air sign. So I just saw a rational dictator. So yeah, it's someone that, with the Page of Cups, this person operates off of how they feel, how they think things should be, you know, even if it isn't right. The Page of Pentacles too. Yeah, they probably do this because they think about what will bring them opportunities and what will fulfill make them feel good, because they're the Page of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. So they may be delivering some sort of messages that may be inciting emotions in other people, and possibly offering or saying that they're going to give things that they're not really going to give at all. So this person is lying, you know. And this may have to do with some level of immaturity on their part, because we have pages here. So this person may be acting like they're a king, but they're actually a page. Very young, immature, inexperienced, and a liar. Let's see. It's funny that all the cards, I realized that yes. So, you know, this person may be pretending to be loyal. This person may be pretending to be innocent or naive or, you know, sensitive and stuff, but it's a farce. Yeah, and I think they're doing this because if you're coming off as someone who is stable, secure, who's financially well off, doing better than them, then they may be trying to present themselves in a way that, you know, will cause you to look at them and see their value. Or create this idea that you would think would make them valuable in your eyes. This seems like a very separate reading. But this is the energy. Yeah. Some of you may have been experiencing some sort of fear, anxiety, stress, nightmares tied to this person. What else? Got the Five of Swords. That has to do with conflict, mental conflict. So if it's not this person, maybe it's you. You're feeling mentally conflicted. You have the Hierophant energy. We have that's Taurus energy. Then we also have the Five of Cups, which indicates some sort of emotional disappointment, something disappointing happening. Some of you may be disappointed, maybe because, let's see, what is this Nine of Swords energy? There's too many cards. You know what? Okay, let's start. We're gonna find out what this Nine of Swords is, and then I want to go to the King of Swords. Let's get some more information. No, okay. The Page of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. Okay. So Nine of Swords, death. Yeah, maybe you are going through a cycle of feeling stressed, overwhelmed, having sleepless nights, and that is maybe coming to an end for you. You may be a Scorpio or have Scorpio in the chart, or maybe dealing with a Scorpio. Then we have Eight of Wands. So movement, speed, progress, quick decisions, sudden changes. So this change may be happening suddenly and unexpectedly. Or you may be receiving some sort of communication that's going to come out of the blue. That's going to, you know, kind of help you move forward with. And it's so funny because I showed you the Hierophant card, right? But then if you look there, you see the Scorpio on the, you see the figure on the white horse, and then you see the Hierophant right there. It's like whatever, like it's like you're going. It's funny because the card says letting go, release, and we're currently in the full moon energy. It's about release, letting go. Oh, you saw that card, right? Let's see what that is. Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you're going to be making a fast forward. Something's going to be ending this cycle of distress. And the card photography fell off the bottom of the deck, and I see divine timing. See? So there's going to be a sudden change. It's going to happen very quickly. Something's going to be ending very quickly, and it's going to lead you to a Ten of Pentacles. That's indicating that there's going to be some sort of stability coming in, a strengthening of a foundation. You're going to feel like, you know, like it's like a windfall in a way. It's going to be a bit of abundance. You're going to be feeling abundant. You're going to be feeling secure. You're going to be feeling financially stable. Well, let me show you this. The photography card was on top. See, these are the same cards from the same deck, right? Photography was at the bottom. This moved over when I was trying to clarify the Nine of Swords and the divine timing. So all of this is happening at the right time right now, like when it's meant to happen. It's like whatever that's ending, whatever this nine of the stress, anxiety, sleepless nights is ending, and you're gonna be entering a new beginning, and you may be starting something over. It could be a new cycle with the same thing, or it could be a new cycle with somewhere different. You know, you may be heading in a new direction with the beginnings card. Let's see what's under that. Okay, it says open hearts. I know it says about being open, it's like being receptive and vulnerable and having empathy for other people, but it could also be like some of you may know somebody who's going to have open heart surgery. That just popped in my mind. And that may be something that's causing you some sort of stress right now. He's with emotional storm, turbulence, unstable, affected. But it seems like, okay, let's see. All right. I'm gonna leave the reading with that, but let's get some power surrender cards. I guess this is kind of like the full moon reading in a way. All right, if you want to do the full moon, I'll timestamp this. We have the full moon in Capricorn. Acknowledge your achievements and uphold your responsibilities. You know, so this is about you acknowledging all the wins that you have, not focusing on the losses, and maintaining true to your responsibilities, not releasing any responsibilities, especially those that are very important and integral in your life. You know, you don't want to cause anything to fall apart and to be unstable. But then we have the thunder moon, which is what the Capricorn moon is also called. Besides the buck moon, the thunder moon awakens intense energy within, calling forth powerful forces that drive transformation and bold change. So, like I mentioned earlier, that maybe you've been watching something and you've been learning, observing, and you've been thinking about doing it yourself, like possibly like starting something, doing something. Maybe you watch YouTube videos, or you see people creating reels, shorts, and all this stuff, and you feel like you can do that, or you have an idea or something that you think will be useful. This is the time for you to take that, you know, set your ego aside and, you know, put yourself out there, so that people can know who you are and what you're doing and what you do, you know, because we got the street with the circulation card. And with this, the end of type cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. I mentioned that the 9 of Swords, anxiety, stress, overwhelm, sleepless nights, and how that's going to be coming to an end, and it's going to be coming like suddenly. It's going to be a sudden shift, and it's going to bring you to a place of stability. And it may even have to do with financial stability as well. And also, this is a time to also be real with yourself. Take a reality check, you know, look at things from a logical, realistic perspective. Be real with yourself, no self-deception, no self-sabotage. Be honest and true to yourself, because as long as you're doing that, that's how you're going to be showing up in the world, in all the relationships that you have. If you're being true to yourself, you're always going to be true to other people. You're going to be honest and authentic with who you are, you know? So always be real with yourself. So I'm going to leave the reading there. If this reading was helpful in some way, please like, share, subscribe to Artemis Oracle. My name is Tana. I'm your reader, and I'm wishing you a great day ahead. Bye.